Women in this country still make 77 cents on the dollar for what men make. So if women don't make less than men?
Actually, if you start looking at the numbers, Rachel, there are lots of reasons for that. Well, men work an average of 44 hours a week. Women work 41 hours a week. Men go into professions like engineering, science, and math that earn more.
Right now, women are making 77 cents on the dollar for what men are making.
But that's not true. If so,
let Rachel make her point.
Every greedy businessman in America would hire only women, save 25%, and be hugely profitable. When you look at, for example, single women working in America today between the ages of, I think, 40 and 64, who makes more, men or women, on average? Men make $40,000 a year. Women make $47,000. When you take out the marriage factor, look at some economics. And I love how passionate you are. I wish you were as right about what you're saying as you are passionate about.
Women in this country still make 77 cents on the dollar.
Happened to men being the pursuers.
Y'all asked for the sequel, so here it is. Why Men Aren't Pursuing Women, Part 2.
But women are the prize because women, they got a pussy, you know what I mean? Pussy makes the world go around.
A compliment from a man means literally nothing, but a compliment from a woman, now that's something.
I'm taken, and I still love to go shake my ass at a bar with my friends. So
I hate the attention, but then when I feel unattractive and I don't get the attention, it's like, I don't love that either.
So I'm not saying men are down here and women are up here.
Okay, so are women equal to men or are women superior to men?
For sure, superior.
Okay. When it comes to dating and relationships, who's typically seen as the prize, the man or the woman?
Bitch. Yeah, the woman.
Okay, so if the woman is the prize, why even bother going out with a man in the first place?
I don't know.
That's a great question.
Ladies, if he says he's got no hoes, that means nobody wants him, so you shouldn't either.
Men think that they are the shit. Why do men think that they have to take money, or why do men think that women have to do cooking, cleaning, all that stuff, and all they do is go to work?
We control the world.
Okay. So if women control the world, why do so many people think it's a man's world? How likely are women willing to accept men for just the way they are?
Not very likely.
We want things, and we're not going to tell you what we want.
Why would you do that?
Because for the sake of being complicated.
So, like, what kind of effort do you make? What do you do?
I mean, obviously, if I like someone and I know I'm going to be seeing them, then I'll, put my makeup on, do my hair better than normal.
50% of adults in the United States are single. I wonder why that is.
There are a lot of cool men out here. I love the president. Let's give it up for the brothers. There's a lot of cool men out here. For the men out here. I love the president's speech saying you're looking at a feminist. What can men do leaving here? Be better. Be better at everything.
Men are taught that they have to make women happy. The fact of the matter is, you can't make anybody happy. You have to make yourself happy. Happiness is a byproduct of achievement. So for women to say that they're unhappy, it's their own fault. Anybody who says he's unhappy, it's his own fault. Everybody has to make himself or herself happy.
You're giving me such a bloody headache. Yeah, I mean, where are you from? Where are you from? Dear Lord, I would never in a million years teach my girls that they have to grow up to be reliant on a man, as you can well imagine. I would never teach my son that he should be attracted.
But Tracy, you're the same one. You're the same one who brags that she's so strong and so tough and doesn't need a man's money. Yet you're taking alimony.
City boy, city boy.
Got him. We fucking got him.
That's where it's the goat.
Welcome, my friends, to the RP Experience. Peace and love to my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for liking, sharing, and turn on all notifications so you know when I have a whole new video up. Today's video is going to be about debunking the gender wage gap within 10 minutes or less, hopefully. Okay, so today should be a short video because I have a couple things I have to do, and I actually want to do 2 videos for today because I might get busy soon, so I want to video up. One thing I want to say first is I always heard about the gender pay gap when I was younger, when I was a little older, and I used to believe it because I'm like, why would people lie? You know, and eventually, once I started hearing other points of view and hearing other evidence, I started being like, this is a lie, or you're not telling the whole truth with it. I mean, it's partially true because maybe in some industries that people don't get like opportunities, like women, minorities may not get opportunities uh, in certain sectors. But as far as it being like a slated pay gap at large, no, that's not true. So anyway, let me share this video first and I'll be right back.
Gender pay gap is entirely made up. It has been illegal to pay women less than men since 1963. 1963. So if a woman is getting paid less than a man at her job and she has the same education, same qualifications, it is illegal. She can go to battle against that company. It's not happening. They use statistics basically comparing the average that all men make versus the average that all women make. And they try to say, look, there's a difference in how much women make. No, there's a difference in the kinds of jobs women choose to go into that happen to be mostly lower paying jobs than men. There's a difference in the type of work women look for. They tend to want things like remote work and they tend to want to work less hours. They are more likely to take time away from the workforce than men. All of these things are why they make less on average than men. If you actually dig into the numbers and compare apples to apples, when women and men are in the same jobs, have the same experience, same time in the job, same qualifications, they are not paid less. And in fact, I think the averages actually show women make a couple pennies more than men in those scenarios. So all of this is made up, and I think it's utterly absurd.
And that right there is exactly true. You don't see hardly, I'm pretty sure there may be a woman here and there that might work on a oil rig or something like that. And I have to admit, that looks like some hard work. I don't know if I could do that work, especially now. Probably when I was in my early 20s, I probably could do it because I feel like you have to somewhat adapt to it. Now, if I really had to, I believe I could do it. But like I say, my career choices now is to work smarter, not harder. But anyway, every job that I worked at, the women pretty much, well, we all made the same amount of money coming in the door, where you was black, white, Asian, whatever. Now, of course, though, when you get into certain positions, I guess like manager, CEO, I'm trying to leave sports athletes out of it right now, but just with the regular working class citizens, when you get people going into those types of jobs, sometimes they can get more money if they have like certain degrees, like a bachelor, a master's degree. They have added experience and they can negotiate a higher wage. But pretty much you start off with the same amount that most people are. And obviously, if somebody's been there a long amount of time, like years, even though you are coming in making a certain amount of money, but that person been here like 5-7 years, obviously, and it should be this way, they are going to make more than you. So I don't know why I used to somewhat believe this. See, it's because of the media and what people would come and say on TV. I remember President Obama saying the gender wage gap type of thing. So, and he should know better because he's supposed to be smart. He's been in the industry for a while, but yeah, he spewed out that lie. And yes, it is a lie. So it's kind of like, can I trust everything that he was saying during his term and stuff like that? Even though with politicians, period, I don't trust most of what they say because they are saying something to get votes or to look good, you know. So anyway, I have a video here that is going to give a good example of why sometimes men make more than women in other industries like entertainment or sports industries right here. So I'll be right back.
This is so wrong for so many reasons. It's not just that they've both been playing professional basketball for...
I was just going to keep scrolling, but then I saw your description. You said not to come at you with the whole the NBA makes more money. But that's literally how it works. But to prove to you that this isn't sexism, I will give you an example involving two men. This is Robert Downey Jr. He plays Iron Man. We all know this. He, for many, many years, was the face of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and he made a lot of money while he did it. This is Stephen Amell. He plays the Green Arrow on the CW. He also was basically the face of his own superhero franchise. CW had a lot of TV shows, and they all shared the same universe, and it was actually called the Arrowverse, so you know he was the face of it. Guess who made more money? Robert did, because the MCU was much more profitable than the Arrowverse was. It has a bigger audience, it's on a bigger scale. Your paycheck is going to reflect the profit of the company you're working for. They can't pay you money they don't have.
Now, I picked women in both of those videos to explain this point, because if a man's explaining it, kind of like in the first part of it, women will tend to tune it out a lot more, and they will go by like, well, I didn't like how he said that. He's being a chauvinist, the patriarchy, that type of stuff right there. Now, of course, though, women will turn on women that are telling them this stuff as well. But however, you have to acknowledge it a little bit, even if you don't do it publicly, that, oh my God, maybe that woman is right. And that is the case right there. I do believe if women feel a certain kind of way, even if the truth is in their face and you are telling them, if they don't feel like they like the answer or like how it making them feel, then they will reject it. So in this way right here, I am more talking to men to not feel bad when a woman is in your face saying the patriarchy, the gender pay gap, that type of stuff right there, because a lot of that stuff is false. That could be the same thing when my own culture is saying it's racism everywhere. What is that thing that they call it? Institutionalized racism? And a lot of people have a lot of different names for a lot of these different terms out here. And like I say, when you're saying this stuff a lot, you're in that victim mentality. However, I will say this. Sometimes it is racism. Sometimes there is not necessarily a gender wage gap, but maybe women aren't given an opportunity to do something or an opportunity to shine. That does happen. So even though I am shutting down the gender wage gap, now there can be occasions that women are not given an honest opportunity to do a job or a particular position. And I'm not one of those men that will say a woman cannot do this, because for any time you can say, I will always say, I don't believe in extremes. Like maybe the majority cannot do a certain thing, but you can always find one that might surprise you. So that's how I tend to look at this stuff. Now, a good example of this is a female associate of mine. She shared this thing that there are no handicapped politicians or either people that are in positions that you really don't have to be that. You don't need both arms or even legs to do the position. You just need your mind, and you need to be able to articulate what you are saying. And she made a great point with that, because I don't see none, and supposedly most of these presidents or these Congress people have been in the military and maybe in wars, even though I think sometimes they are pushed to the back. But you would think at least one of them would have been in like a wheelchair or missing an arm. I'm pretty sure those people could do as good a job as their older counterparts if they was given the opportunity. So it is an opportunity thing at times across the board. Now that I would agree with. Another thing is women don't seem to support women in certain things. You will if they are a singer. Like there are a lot of women that will go see a Taylor Swift concert. And of course, if you're buying makeup products, if the woman happens to be the person that designed it, even though sometimes guys are behind that too, but those are things that y'all will throw money at. Men, if they throw money at women, 9 times out of 10 is because they find that woman attractive. They might think that she's somewhat good or something like that, or she's entertaining, but I'm pretty sure it's tied to her looks. So I mean, if you want those WNBA players to make more money, women need to buy the jerseys and go to the games. Not put on men to do it, because like I don't even really go to guys NBA basketball games. But if I was to go to the NBA a basketball game, pretty much I'm going to like see the guys play. I have no interest on seeing the women play unless if it happens to be on or somebody else gave me free tickets or something, then I'll go, but I'm not going to be spending money to go see them. However, just in case it was a play, a musical, women are in there, they're performing, dancing around, maybe they look attractive, but they're also talented too, then I will watch it. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I went over 10 minutes. I tried. So give me a like before you guys leave. Give me a subscribe too, because I'm so close to 400. And have a good day. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it.